I want to be telling you how much I love you. Good morning to you, Bridge Nation. My name is Richie B. We're in full effect in your face, just in case, until 10 o'clock this morning. I'm a born for big with your DJ Adley. Yeah, man. Because at about 4 out of 4 bells, I rebel salute. So I know say you dip on the venue and thing already, and you'd make me know say you roll in. We say, alright, we're going to give my brethren a big shout out and make them know say the boss. Yeah.
Yeah, no, stop. Don't say that. Don't say that.
Something tell me, say, let me just message him and find out where I'm there. Jody, let's say, yo, where you there? Hear the message come back. My cut about 3:30. So me just hold on for the shop. Me just hold on for the big up, brother. Couldn't let it go. Hey, brethren, when you go Rebel Salute, at 3:30 departure. An early departure, you know, brethren. It come like when you go to bed 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah. But you are Brit Nation. But if I take time with the DJ, yo, it's my first salute. Remember that. Me and mine.
Man, I struggle when 3 o'clock come by 3:30, you cut. Yeah, no, that means you'd have missed out on a whole lot of entertainment, man.
No, trust me, I did.
Trust me. A whole lot of top artists came on after that.
Oh, listen, I Octane interview on Instagram, and I'm like,
Octane, close it. Yeah, man. Trust me, brethren. Big ups to Tony Rebel and the Flames. Well, in fact, the entire crew that did it at Rebel Salute 2023. It's not Flames again, it's Organic Arc or something like that, right? Yeah, good morning, Jody. Shelz is in the building. Good morning also to, who's over there, Romy. And most of all, we say good morning to our Bridge Nation, wherever you are, in Jamaica, somewhere around the world. Thanks for tuning in. There's a lot to look forward to. We're going to tell you more about that in 2 minutes from now. This is Taurus Riley once again with... And it's time now for...
WTF. What the fact? All right, here we go on Bridge Nation. Every mammal has the same number of neck vertebrae, except for 2. Now, whether it's a giraffe, a mouse, or a human, each mammal has exactly 7 vertebrae in its neck. But there are 2 exceptions to this rule, sloths and manatees. Now, the 2-toed sloths have 5 to 7 neck vertebrae, and the 3-toed sloths have 8 or 9. Manatees, on the other hand, have 6, and this is all according to the 2011 research published in Biomed Central. Well, if Biomed say it, then that's true.
Yeah,
I don't
guess.
know who Biomed is.
But I have to almost question it.
Why?
I mean, obviously not the creator and his works, but you're telling me that the giraffe with a neck as
like
long
that.
as that,
That's interesting.
that them have the same vertebrae.
From a giraffe to a mouse, same
number
of neck vertebrae.
I mean, we're not questioning the works of the Almighty and His
Facts.
creative powers, but man, that one surprised me.
Yeah.
I thought the exception would have been the giraffe.
Yeah, when I was reading, I was like, okay, the giraffe.
You know what I mean?
But no.
Wow.
Same amount.
Yeah, well, all right. We're not going to question it.
Yeah.
We take it as fact.
Facts, exactly.
And that is
WTF. What the fact?
Yeah, give them all. Yeah.
All right, Bridge Nation, you know, so it's all about Rebel Salute, don't it? All right, now you know, I want to big up the whole of First Nation right now, but the First Nation boss himself. Joshy, big up yourself, youth. You understand me? So upon your Rebel Salute debut, Joshy gets praise. You see me? Because the Spanish Town DJ was in fine form when he made his debut performance at Plantation Cove on Friday night. Not only did he perform some of his conscious hits, but the DJ also called for an end to violence amid a steep rise in the crime across Jamaica. His gesture was well received by the audience as well as co-host of the event, Muta Baruka. At the first time I meet you, you know, Joshy, and let me tell you something, in front of thousands of people where they write us up. And this was Muta Baruka while on stage. I know say Rebel kind of tell you for say a different kind of show than what you usually do. But you see what you just do a while ago, I don't want you to take it lightly, you know. You can perform, you know. But you see, what you do a while ago is more than a performance. And I would hope that is not because Rebel say, don't do what you usually do. Me say from your heart, I'm glad say from your heart, but I don't want you left your heart right here, so. The poet and author continued. I want you to carry your heart to go which part you come from, because a serious thing you just do a while ago if for evil come on the show and you're never there year long. Now, Joshy performed an emotional rendition of his popular single, Born Fighter, as he roamed through the audience. He also encouraged young youths like himself to dream big and work hard, while lamenting that it took him a lot of work to reach the heights of dancehall music. And that's a big up, Joshy.
Yeah,
big up the
definitely.
whole of First Nation, you see me?
He did something very different. He actually got off the stage and walked out
right? Yeah, man.
into
VIP.
the audience.
Yeah,
and was mingling with the people, shaking hands and really, really connected in a big way.
Yeah, man.
And the fact that he was able to change his usual presentation to fit in with what Rebel Salute is all about is really a good thing.
Yeah.
I think you mentioned from Spanish Town, but obviously he's from Grand Spence. Kingston 8. Yeah, man. So big up Jazz and all the artists who performed on Friday night.
Yeah.
Of course, I was there as a host on Saturday night.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to see some of the early acts. Audley was just telling me about the old school segment with people like Errol Dunkley, Leroy Gibbons, Johnny Clark, Josie Wales, Echo Minor, Leroy Sibley's. You saw George Nooks?
I did.
George Nooks was there as well. You enjoyed that segment?
Listen, let me tell you, Richie, it's amazing. These guys sound the same. Leroy Gibbons, George.
All of them.
George was into it. Let me tell you.
Which of those artists that were just called surprised you the most?
Johnny Clark.
John.
Listen.
None shall escape the judgment in this time.
Listen to me. Hey, the man sings some
A
songs.
hit maker. That's a hit maker.
Listen, the man
That's
sings.
a real hit maker.
Yeah.
He did some
man.
songs, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yo.
I think it is
Let me tell
it
you,
is said that
amazing.
Johnny Clark was out there before even Bob Marley doing it and making hit songs.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Big
So
up.
it's a good look for
Enough
him.
respect.
Yep.
Yeah, Leroy, siblings. Leroy was good.
man,
He
of
played.
course.
Yeah.
He played
The bass.
some bass lines.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Literally took us down a
Memory
street.
lane. Yeah.
Like, yo, me played a bass line. I tell you that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'ma say,
When I got there, the first artist that I spoke with was Kumar Fire.
Big up Kumar.
And,
Kumar.
Kumar told me that he had a really good time out there. And
I saw
it
his
was well received.
performance.
You did?
Yeah,
I haven't
man,
seen
but-
it. Yeah.
well, on
But-
man.
Judgment Day, Richie.
Yo,
I remember
that lift up the place.
I remember the interview that
Yeah,
Be your phone light.
Yeah,
Go on,
man.
Go on, man.
I didn't see Queen Africa's son, Amaru Tafari, either, but I suspect he would have done well. When I actually got to the venue, Queen Africa was working. And as usual, Fire Mama deal with it wicked.
Richie,
yeah.
she, if I may say, right? Africa, big up yourself. Richie, what an amazing performance from
Yeah,
Queen.
man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. The
Hello.
Queen represented
Let me tell
big
you.
time.
Yeah, man.
I saw Stone Boy. As a matter of fact, Mota was just introducing him when I stepped up onto the stage. Stone Boy was, boy, I'm gonna tell you something. You never believe that he's not Jamaican
No.
and a straight up dancehall. And the man talk.
Listen.
And the man have the whole performance, the whole energy.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
All
Stone
right.
Boy. Yeah, man.
Is that guy really from Africa?
Best believe.
Yeah, man. He's
That
from,
artist?
Ghana.
No, sir.
My first duty was to bring on Sanchez. Sanchez flattened that place.
Man.
He turned the entire audience into his into a corral, and it was hit after hit after hit. Something kind of upset him, and he kind of walked off the stage. I think it had to do with time constraints, and he was also complaining a little bit about the sound issue, which maybe it was to him, but to us as members of the audience and a few other persons that we spoke with, we didn't hear anything, but he said he was a little peeved at the way he was coming through on the monitors on the stage. So, but that is after about 40-50 minutes of solid hits.
Yeah.
Whole heap of pull up, whole heap of times just turning the mic to the audience and hearing everybody sing. But if that was awesome, brethren, a man named Clifton Bailey, the fireman, Capleton.
Yeah. Still love it.
Sister Jody, I reminisce right here.
Still love it.
Fire, pure energy.
Still love it.
This is one of the shows that Capleton, I think he kind of switched up his performance somewhat because he came out with the energy segment
From the get-go.
before the reggae and cultural segment. So you got about 40 or so minutes of straight energy.
Cardio.
Yo, brethren. And the audience was there lapping it up and following all of his instructions. It's one of the finest performances I've seen from Capleton.
Big up, big up.
Yeah, we had, of course, TJ appearing as Timor Jones.
Yeah, man, big up.
And I Octane. Terry Linen represented well. Chezzy Deck represented well. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I Wayne was also You know about a whole heap
Oh,
of
you
fire.
mean I heard his
Gosh.
comment. I heard his comment on the government and vaccines and
Yo.
nice little freestyle thing. That boy, fire weird.
When I go back after in performance, I
Yeah.
go back out and I say, boy, Rebel Salute just experienced a great degree of purification.
Yeah, man.
Because that
man.
is what he did.
Yeah, man,
The
cleanse the
cleansed
place.
big time.
Purge.
But we have to also highlight the Dr. Beanie Man.
Yeah.
Beanie Man, you know that he has been having a little health challenge
Yeah,
recently with an ankle injury
Yeah.
or something like that, right? Beanie Man was in awesome form.
Yeah, man.
He did mention early in his set that he's not 100%, and everybody basically knew that. So he was not able to do a lot of the jumping and
Yeah,
prancing
well,
that he would
yeah.
normally do. By the way, his daughter, Desha Rivers?
Disha. Yeah.
Desha Rivers.
Accompanied?
I saw her after the performance, and I was
Yeah.
like, it was so nice to see you up there. Giving Daddy that kind
Yeah,
of
man,
support, you
she's
know what I mean?
right,
Yeah,
she's
so she was
right.
doing a lot of dancing and just standing
Nice.
by him.
Yeah, man.
They brought out a chair fit for a king.
Crown, throne.
Yeah, right. And Beanie Man hardly even used that chair.
Yeah, man.
I mean, one or two times him sit down for
Yeah.
1 minute and then the
For
man
the
is
photo
back
up.
out.
For some photo.
You
Yeah.
know. But all in all, Saturday night was awesome.
Big up.
And again, we close out this segment by just pointing out. I mean, it's not the same numbers in terms of attendance
Yeah.
No.
that persons would have seen over the years, but it was definitely not a flop.
Yeah.
And it was a good deal of support. It was always going to be difficult coming off of all that went on over the Christmas
Oh,
season.
gosh, man.
Then with you know you have the Bush's show
Yeah.
and Barry's show right at the start. So I mean people's what do you call it money to spend
Right,
Yeah.
on
right,
entertainment.
Right,
Yeah,
income
man.
stream.
Yeah,
you know,
money
would
that's
be-
not
it
there.
might have been impacted by
Yeah.
all of these entertainment events that were on offer between the Christmas Yuletide and early this year.
True.
But we need to have shows like Rebel Salute on our calendar for what it stands for, what it delivers.
I agree.
And for for upholding the culture and what it promotes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're happy to see that thousands between the two nights would have taken that pilgrimage and supported Rebel Salute.
That's right.
And
you know
I'm
what?
sure that Tony Rebel is very motivated to continue going
man.
forward with
Big
this
up, Rebel, big up.
fantastic event.
You know what, to Bridge Nation and Richie and Shelz?
Yeah.
I believe personally that a lot of people stream.
Oh,
the event.
yes, man.
The event.
Trust me.
That's
Right.
another
Yeah.
era of
Yeah, man. a lot
exposure
of people, I believe,
and,
that.
Oh,
and
yes.
income.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So,
Big up yourself, Rebel, and the
all the
entire
time.
Organic Arc family, all right? Proverb of the day. Let's get it.
Bud sing sweet film owner nest. Bud sing sweet film owner nest.
Okay.
You know much about the bird business? Bud meaning bird, I
Bird.
suspect,
Yeah,
right?
I was assuming
Not a
that.
plan.
Yeah.
Not, yeah.
Bud sing sweet for him own a nest.
Eh.
Him own a nest.
Yeah, nest, yeah, well, we know the nest.
That's how them live.
And the owner, we know, sir.
The owner of the bird.
And him sing sweet, comfortable something.
Yeah, I don't know, sing.
So like
Yeah.
get comfortable.
Yeah.
I hope it's not complacent.
I don't know.
The meaning is one will put maximum effort into his own concerns. So Bud sing sweet for him owner nest.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. A bird that sounds selfish. I know it's someone little selfish.
Well,
You know what I mean? But I like it.
yeah, man. Nice.
Yeah,
Some
man.
of
So I
them.
thought your business before you take on somebody else.
Yeah. Some birds sing really sweetly. In all honesty.
Depends on what time of morning, Richie.
Yeah, well.
Because
I know how close they are.
yeah,
too.
man. This is not no Snow White.
Yeah. Chirp, chirp, chirp,
Yeah, man,
chirp.
we can't take it
Yeah,
now.
trust me. All right, that's our proverb of the day. Now it's
Yeah.
time for the pet peeve
peeve
of the
the
morning.
morning.
Who's got a pet peeve? Let's find out.
Morning Bridge Nation. You know what my pet peeve is? People who make plan all the time and then always fall through. Something always come up. Something, all right, we're gonna go this or whatever. You know, you have that one friend, like you make plans all the time with them and something always come up and them can't make it. Like, don't waste your time. Don't waste our time. You don't want to be our friends? You don't want to hang out with us? Fine. But stop making plans and not following through with them. It is the most annoying thing. The one friend, them man, always I make plan. Yeah, man, we're going to do so. Yeah, man, we're going to do that. Never shows up. Always fall through. A big pet peeve.
yo,
Guilty.
I feel Shelz in other.
What?
right in that.
I saw the know say me and a real friend. You say if Shelz never flake pound yet, then me and a real friend.
Yeah.
I just saw it go. Yeah, man. A real thing, man. No, I'm guilty. Not even gonna take no much time for that one.
In your defense, though, Shelz, let me just put it out there that the reason, if somebody's listening and say, "What? How come you never come a salute?"
Yeah.
Shelz had a call of duty.
Yep.
And he had very important matters to perform so that the station could maintain certain schedules.
That's where you go.
So, just in case somebody out there say, "Wait, I'm sure we got one. Shelz never ever found us." A rebel salute.
It's that way.
We understand, but that is something that would get people upset. Make you start wonder about the friendship.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Especially if it's consistent. That's why when I flake, I do it consistently.
When you do what?
When I'm flaking.
Okay,
that's why they are bailing on people.
Yeah,
When I do it consistent. So if a 3 times they marks me,
well,
two out of the 3 I go. But there's a third. There's a chance.
Well, honestly, also, Bridge Nation, I made a connection with Shelz on Friday.
Yeah, man.
Right?
That's true, man.
And I definitely was told that, listen,
where I go?
We now make it.
Oh.
No,
okay.
The Friday, definitely.
Friday.
Yeah, I'm saying,
Right?
Friday look good, bro.
Yeah. Actually, I tried to reach out on a Saturday. And, I figure I didn't get a response, so I figure maybe something was up with
Bedtime.
But Friday, definitely.
Yeah, man.
Say, yo, but now,
Friday. No,
you know what is also interesting, though, as we talk about like going out and so on.
Yeah.
I ran into a lot of persons who were saying, like some females included, who just took the trek down by themselves.
Respect.
Yeah, like they just drove out, people driving in from Westmoreland, people from Montego Bay, from Kingston.
Yeah, man, we love that.
Yeah. And them just roll in. One person said to me that she went home, got a little sleep, and got up about 9:30, 10, and headed out by herself, going back in by herself. Yeah, man. So it seems like a lot of persons actually, not depending on a friend to disappoint, waiting for a friend to say, or nay. Just go out and enjoy yourself.
There's a
Run
lesson
into
there.
friends and just have fun.
That's the lesson.
All right. There you go. That was the pet peeve. Those are things that people do that you find annoying, upsetting, or irritating. So by now we should all be aware of Usain Bolt and other investors at Stocks and Securities Limited, SSL, losing billions of dollars due to fraudulent activities at the institution. Members of the public and others have been sharing their thoughts on the matter. We also heard recently from Opposition Spokesperson on Finance and Public Service Julian Robinson, MP, who shared that the PNP is calling on the Auditor General to conduct a special audit of the operations of the Financial Services Commission, the FSC, whose CEO recently resigned. The MP and the Opposition Spokesperson on Finance and Public Service, Julian Robinson, is our guest at this time. Good morning and welcome, Mr. Robinson.
Morning, sir.
Morning, Richie, and morning to your listeners.
Thank you so much for joining us at this time. You have come out and have been sharing your thoughts, your views, and that of the People's National Party on what's been happening at the SSL. What is the latest that you want the public to know in terms of your reading into this matter?
Well, I want to reiterate a couple of things.
Yes.
First, we are calling for the Auditor General to go into the FSC. The reason we're calling for that is there needs to be an investigation as to why the FSC did not take more action against SSL, particularly given that from 2017 there was a very damning report which showed a lot of irregularities at the SSL. And for whatever reason, the SSL was allowed to continue, and 6 years later we have this massive fraud. We need to know whether the management of the FSC sent reports to the board outlining concerns about the SSL. Did they make recommendations for action? Were those actions supported by the board? The FSC is an agency under the Ministry of Finance. We need to know whether the board of the FSC sent reports to the minister, and there are 2 ministers who would have covered this period, Auditor and the current minister, Nigel Clark, and whether those reports raised concerns about SSL. And what did the ministers themselves do when they got those reports? It is important for transparency and good governance, and also to restore confidence that the public knows what took place at the FSC. Now, why is this important? The FSC has, in fact, acted in a strong way with enforcement against other companies in the industry. They have revoked licenses. They have closed down other companies. So the question would be, given that you had such a damning report, given that you flagged this entity as a problem entity, why didn't you take that action? And now we have a massive fraud which has national and international implications for the country. The second set of concerns we have relate to whether government agencies actually made investments in SSL, whether they had deposits there or whether SSL was used to purchase like repos, bonds, etc. Why is that important? We don't know whether as part of this fraud those monies are still there because we don't know the full extent of the losses as yet. So it's important that the government comes out and say, particularly it would be public bodies, parastatal organizations who would have made investments there. It's also important to know whether, for example, the FSC itself as an agency would have invested funds at the SSL. So those are questions that we have. And then finally, we are reiterating our call that there be international forensic expertise brought in. We have seen in the public media yesterday where two former CEOs of the company indicated that they were not aware that Bolt had an account there. I'm not going to opine on those statements, but all I would say is that it reinforces the need for international expertise that can track where they have gone, whether assets were acquired with these monies, and to ensure that we hold the people accountable. Unfortunately, Jamaica does not have a strong reputation with holding people who are accountable for financial crimes and to prosecute them. If you look back at the Ponzi schemes of yesteryear, whether it's Olint, whether it's Cash Plus and others, the masterminds really didn't get any punishment in Jamaica. And the people who lost billions of dollars have not recovered those. So I must tell you, I don't have the confidence in local law enforcement to aggressively go after the masterminds of this massive financial fraud. And I believe, given the complexities of how financial crimes are committed, we need to get the best possible investigative expertise because let me tell you, this is a big issue. Usain Bolt is a global icon. Every single news organization around the world has been following this story. If it is not resolved in a satisfactory manner, Jamaica's reputation as a location for investment, a location for doing business, is going to be severely impacted.
Very, very clear understanding of the issues being displayed by you, Mr. Robinson. Did you say agencies of government? You don't want that declaration as to whether or not they have invested, or was it individuals per se?
No, agencies
of government. Yeah.
There are agencies who legitimately have investments. Some of them may have deposits at banks, but some of them invest in investment houses like the SSM. So it's important to know whether there are government agencies who have that and what the status of those funds are, because we don't know whether those funds have been siphoned off as well. And the public has a right to know.
Absolutely. So the executive director of the FSC, Mr. Everton McFarlane, recently resigned. Are you expecting a new board to be announced? What's your view on that?
Well, my view on that is I'm a little weary of Mr. McFarlane being used. Career public servant. He rose to the level of being a financial secretary. That's pretty, that's at the apex of the public service. I don't think what would have happened that FSL could be laid solely at the feet of him. He would have had a board that he reported to. He would have made reports to the board. The board would have made reports to the minister. So for me, I'm wary about Mr. McFarlane being used as a scapegoat for everything else that has gone on here. And I think it is very important that we get the full facts on what has taken place at the FSC. Whether you need a new board, I don't know. But I won't know until those facts emerge, because I don't know what the staff recommended to the board. I don't know whether the board took the recommendations. I don't know what the board reported to the minister. All of these things are important so that we can restore public confidence. Right now, we have no clue about these things. And as such, in the absence of facts, there are a lot of rumors, speculation, all kinds of things that are running around the place, which quite frankly are not helpful at all to confidence.
Now, Mr. Robinson, greetings. Shelz here. As you mentioned, with the FSC being aware of the issues at SSL from as far as 2017, sir, do you think there are any plausible reasons, as it relates to why the public were, we remained unaware for so long?
I don't know. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I want the Auditor General to go in and do an investigation, because this is within the context of other companies where the FSC has revoked licenses, which effectively has locked down those companies, where the FSC has appointed temporary managers. So why, given the glaring irregularities identified in its own report, why didn't it act? It doesn't make sense. Were they blocked? Were they hindered? Was there interference? We don't know, but the public has a right to know, because that is a question every single Jamaican is asking.
Do you believe that, I mean, we're hearing that Usain is already turning down at this time interviews with major news entities, international news agencies, and so on. Do you believe whatever happens from here on, Mr. Robinson, that we'll be able to sort of regain the confidence and trust from foreign investors?
Well, I think it depends on how the government acts. The minister said he's going to make a statement today, primarily on policy, but the questions that I have asked, I believe he needs to answer, right? Some of it happened during his tenure. Some of it happened when Aldershaw was the minister. What did he know about the state of SSL? Were reports sent to him? Were reports sent from the staff to the board? People need to know that. What actions were taken? None of these things are known. And I think until those things are known, then you're going to have a crisis of confidence. The reality, I can't speak on behalf of Bolt, but maybe he's awaiting the 10 days that his lawyers have given the company, and then after that he will act. I don't know. But the reality is Jamaica's reputation as an investment location is on the line, and the government needs to act speedily by being open and transparent to ensure that we can restore the confidence. If this thing remains hanging for days, weeks, months, if there isn't a proper investigation, then people are going to lose trust and confidence in the government. We have a history, unfortunately, in this country where, quote-unquote, the liquor man or the small person get the lick, and the big person or the mastermind seemingly get away, particularly with white-collar crime. That's not just a perception, but it is backed up when you look at the cases over the years. We need to dispel that, and the people who have been involved in this criminality must be brought to justice.
As you leave this morning, fraud has been rampant in a number of financial institutions in recent time. There are a number of cases that have been out there in the public domain. What would you say to the Jamaican public this morning, Julian Robinson, in terms of how they might want to act or consider acting with their finances, their investments going forward?
I think people just have to be more vigilant. So for example, if you have online access to your statements, you need to probably check them more often, just to ensure that monies are actually in your account. If you have investment advisors, you probably need to schedule an appointment and sit down and meet with them, right? So, I think people have to be more vigilant. Before you make an investment or deposit monies in a particular entity, do your own research. There's a lot of information online to find out who the management team is, who the board of directors are, what's the track record of this company. You have to do your own due diligence. But I would say there's also a major responsibility on the part of the government through the regulatory authorities, who would obviously have more information to ensure that when issues arise, they are dealt with in a proper and effective manner, because no individual is going to know, for example, all the details about the inner workings of a company. That's the responsibility of the regulator. And frankly, the regulator fell down in this particular case, and we need to know why the regulator fell down in this particular case.
Thank you so much, Julian Robinson. Have a great day today.
Thank you, Rich.
All right, take care. Opposition Spokesperson on Finance and Public Service, Julian Robinson, Member of Parliament. Good morning, caller. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Wonderful. Who's calling?
Oh, this is Carol.
Oh,
all right,
Carol.
Thank you for calling in, Carol. What's your answer this morning?
Yes. I wonder if it's somebody trying to open a barrel, and after they are opening the barrel, then them close it back.
Oh, the process of opening and closing a barrel.
Yeah, man.
Right, yeah.
Not bad.
And what about the contents of the barrel? You don't want to get into that.
You're opening, and you go, like opening the barrel and getting in the barrel, taking out something from out of the barrel. And then you
Okay,
throw it.
I heard that, Carol. She's not changing it much.
Nah, sir.
Here's the verdict, Carol. Put some more work into it, Carol. Thank you very much. Let's go in one more time.
Morning caller. Morning caller, welcome to the Secret Sound Game.
Hello, morning.
Morning. Who's calling?
Yes, this is Imar.
Imar, what go on?
Yeah, man, my there, man.
Nah, give
Good
thanks.
morning.
Respect. So you heard the sound, what's your answer?
Yeah, man, the answer is using a slippers to beat on a blue drum. Blue barrel.
Using a pair of slippers
Right.
to
To
beat
beat a blue barrel.
a blue barrel.
Yeah, man.
Come on, Imar. Fix up the answer, the brother. This gift package too big for you come with that.
Something so simple.
Something so yeah. Put something on that, no brethren.
If you wish.
Yeah.
A blue empty barrel.
Imar,
Imar, I think.
we just feel that you need to give us some more, man. Give us some more. Some meat
Boy.
on the bone. That's
Alright.
you look like you want to go think about it and forward again.
Imar, no stress
Now,
out,
a
Imar.
blue slippers. Alright, here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A blue slippers to
Done.
beat him for an empty blue barrel. Yeah.
Yeah.
We tried hard, but here's the verdict, Imar. Think about it some more. That's all you have to do and call us back. It's still here when you do get through. Good morning, caller. Welcome to the Secret Sound Game. You're on. Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Talis.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Not too
good.
bad. Feeling quite good that you didn't trick us this morning with a change of
No,
your
I
vocal
didn't
tones.
try. I wasn't trying to.
Oh, really?
I was just being me.
All
that's
right. Sounding good. How are you doing this morning?
I'm great.
Wonderful.
How was your weekend?
Wonderful, you know. I went down to Rebel Salute and for Saturday, and I had a good time.
Okay. How about you, Shelz? Did you shell down the weekend?
Shell down my bed, you know it thing go. Yeah, man, forget some rest, you know it go. But it was a good
Okay.
weekend, we give thanks.
What that young man said a while ago, that was what I was about to say. No?
No.
Blue slippers. No, slippers
Blue.
beating down a blue drum.
Yeah.
That means we don't have it. We don't have it, Tari. Sorry. Sorry, Talis. Sorry.
Okay then,
Take care.
bye.
Have a good day. Man, the sound is baffling the nation. It's been people are getting close in instances, but nobody has nailed it yet. That is the secret sound. Give us a call right now if you want to spend your money and call 876-676-4996. If you don't want to and you want to just call by our WhatsApp number, it's 876-551-5782. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning. Who's calling?
Joseph.
What go on, Joseph?
Morning, Joe.
I'm good.
Give thanks.
Richie, I'm thinking it is someone taking out slippers from a blue barrel, probably Jody unload the Christmas barrel
You
there.
know it go. Yeah, man. True.
Someone
sense.
taking out what?
Slippers from a barrel, the blue barrel. You know, sometimes you have to, the barrel that comes with the lock around it. Yeah, you know, Jody relative them send out the barrel, man. She never tell you no.
So she go on, man, but I believe
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
She tell you.
Yeah.
Well, she just asked us to tell you something now. Take care, Joseph. Let's go in one more time. 7:38 a.m. Secret Sound Game before we get to UK Connection. Good morning.
Hi, morning.
Hi.
Good morning.
I think it's blue slippers rolling in a drum.
Blue slippers rolling in a drum.
Yes.
Who is calling?
Nastasia.
Nastasia.
Where are you calling from, Nastasia?
Kingston.
She's in
She not
Kingston.
that far.
I think it's the first time I'm hearing your voice in this feature.
That Joe.
Nastasia. Huh?
It's my second time.
It's your
It's
second
second
time. All right. Give us that answer clearly once again.
A blue slippers rolling in a drum.
blue slippers rolling in a drum. She has the blue, she has the slippers, she's in Kingston going after that massive distribution gift package. Hey, Nastasia!
Rolling.
Nastasia!
Rolling in the river.
Listen!
Jano, Anastasia. Good try.
Let me catch my breath. Good morning, final caller. You're on the air. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Not- Not hearing you clearly. Is this Angela?
Sounds like
Yes, it is. Can you hear me now?
We're hearing you now, Angela.
Well, I'm going to build on Imar's answer. Hopefully. A blue barrel, beating on a blue barrel with the slippers in an empty room where it echoes. Empty blue barrel.
Beating on a blue
Okay.
barrel with
so blue slippers.
Oh, blue
beating
slippers.
on an empty barrel in an empty room where it echoes.
Ah,
No.
the room is empty, so that's why you get that sound. It's blue slippers beating on a barrel
Makes sense. It's just
in
science.
an empty room.
I get it.
So
It's science.
So
I
it
get
echoes because of the emptiness.
Simple.
She deserves to win for all the times that she's tried, but is this the morning for that to happen? Let's get the verdict up in here. Sorry. That sounded like it kind of hurt. She said, she had to catch her breath. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Natasha. Thank you, Joe, Talis, Aymar, and Carol. That's all the time we have in the Secret Sound game. And on that note, we head right over to the UK and we say good day to Robo Rex.
Good morning, team. I'm a bit perturbed every time I hear police, and then within 5 seconds I hear Robo Ranks.
No, they're not.
Maybe you can do that link the other way around. Richie. Say my name first, and then say sponsored by.
All right, all right.
Yeah.
All right. We'll fix that.
Worrying times.
Definitely so. I mean, and some people are not making it any easier for others of us, because imagine L.A. Lewis putting out a post saying that 7 is the amount, 7 billion is the amount that he had missing from his account. I mean, come on, man. He's trying to be funny, but that is not even funny right now, frankly speaking.
Well,
Sam, relax.
I knew you'd make me laugh this morning. First link L.A. Lewis. We just need some seriousness. Well, listen, let me just say good morning from London, UK. A very, very fine morning here. Shouts to producer Errol. Errol has got the controls as warm as well, not warm, but we got a little bright sunshine. And they, in the UK, they call it a snap. It's a nice snap in. They say, how you doing this morning? Nice snap in the air. A nice snap with a cup of tea. But apart from that, it's all good, and it's great to be here. Yeah. I am so happy. And as I said, you're making me laugh, man. Just turn the link around. No L.A. Lewis. And we've got a show.
Yeah, we do. It should also be making you quite happy, the fact that I picked up a story from your end. There's a supermarket chain, I think, called Morrison's. That where they were making some comparisons with what a food basket would look like coming from Morrison's, and they realized that they were a little higher that price than other of their competitors. Right. So Morrison's has decided to drop prices on about 820 items. So that should be some good news for you, Robo. Your food basket will be a little less expensive now if you shop there.
It's supposed to be, but the retailers are very smart. They'll drop prices on things that nobody wants, So it'll be like, some out-of-date tea. The English will come there for a cup of tea. So where's the tea? See those out-of-date, useless tea bags that don't make good tea for the English. So, that's all a retailer scam. Shouts to all the people that work in stores, store managers. You got to use all tricks to make your money. Just like when they do the sales, they say on a bank holiday in the UK, they say it's a bank holiday sales. All prices must be slashed. So they'll sell you a bed for £1,000 and say this bed with mattress and pillows you have for £1,000, but the week before they were selling it for £900. Just before they put the price up to £1,050, which if you label something officially, if you label something for 29 days, you can take it back down. So for 29 days they'll put the price up, and then they'll say prices slashed.
Oh, boy.
So that's another retailer's trick, which I learned on the streets.
I'm tempted to say they do that there as well. But to be fair to Morrison's, it's things like sirloin steaks, which I think you might enjoy. Potatoes and pears among them, among that list. So it's not just little
out of date.
Yeah, you got some sirloin steaks.
It depends on what kind of sirloin steak you have. You have the 30-day mature, or you have the rancid one that's been around for 60 days. It's probably 60. Anyway, I don't want anybody from Morrison's to arrest me here. I try to get me in trouble here. Big up Morrison's, Aldi's, Sainsbury's, Tesco's, and all various supermarket brands that are making plenty money out of us during these times.
Yes, sir. All right, plenty money, but plenty music is available right now, and it's for free. So it's over to Robo Ranks to start off the musical mix inside of the UK Connection. Let's get it, bro. Somebody say. All right.
Cardio.
Go for Richie B if you rich them out. I saw that performance. I did manage to see that live. The Caperton performance. It's just remarkable how many years this guy has done it. We have got some great live entertainers in the culture.
Yeah.
And whether you regard him as a dancehall entertainer or a reggae entertainer, in any category, Caperton is a prolific live entertainer.
Definitely.
Unbelievable.
I think he switched up his performance somewhat, because very often we have seen him come out with the reggae side of his catalog and then go into the energy. But he started from the get-go with the energetic segment, and then he slowed it down with the reggae and an a cappella track as per usual to take him off, which in itself generated its own forwards. Well done, Caperton. Well done.
Amazing.
The other artists that I also want to mention, of course, Terry Linen did well, Chezzy Deck did well, I Wayne, Mbona serious fire. Gosh, hush. Tamoy Jones appeared. That is TJ.
I thought his performance was really well for a new artist, Rebel Salute, TJ.
Yeah.
And was that Shelz holding that barrel for I-Octane? Was that you, Shelz?
No.
Barrel around.
No, they called me,
sure.
but I couldn't make it.
Yeah.
It was too heavy.
Yeah.
I-Octane said, "Pass me the barrel." That was nuts.
I'm telling you.
That performance in the morning. Big up I-Octane and the barrel.
Oh, yeah. Big up I-Octane. He closed the show. But we have to highlight the fact also that Beanie Man, who was not 100, because he still has that ankle injury that he's nursing. Interestingly, they brought a chair out for him, a chair looking pretty much fit for a king.
Like a throne.
Yeah. Right?
Ooh.
And Beanie Man very, very seldomly even sat for, and every time he sat, it wasn't for more than maybe 20 seconds that he was back on his feet.
Yeah, take a picture.
His daughter, Desha Ravers, was beside him all through. I said to her after the show, listen, it was nice to see you out there keeping daddy's company and helping along. And she says, Uncle Richie, I enjoyed it. But Beanie Man also gave a standout set. Amidst the fact that he was not 100, couldn't move around the way he wanted to. Yeah. But let me tell you something. The doctor was in control, and he injected them with some medicine.
He was A-OK.
Right now.
Yeah, Bridge Nation. So I stumbled upon a very interesting story online, on social media. Apparently a sailor was lost at sea for 24 days. And only survived on ketchup and garlic powder. Yeah, man. So here we're going. What? Yeah. His name is Elvis Francois. He's 27? Richie, hold on. Look at that picture.
Oh, gosh.
Richie, man.
That is the after picture. I can understand.
Yo,
go to a wall.
bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, rough.
He looks aged.
Yeah.
Like 60 odd or so.
No, sir.
But that must have been after.
Jeez. His name is Elvis Francois, and he's 27 years old. Spent almost a month at sea after severe weather conditions dragged his boat 700 miles from a restoration project he worked on in Saint Martin. While waiting for help, the Dominican native used garlic powder, Maggi stock cubes, and ketchup with water to survive. Now, he mentioned his survival tactics and said that he attempted to go back to St. Martin but failed because it took him a while to mount and fix his sail, but lost track on how to return to port. He said it was rough. Without no food, it was just a bottle of ketchup that was on the boat, garlic powder, and the Maggi stock cubes. So I mixed it up with some water. I tried to go back to port, but I lost track because it take me a while to mount up the sail and fix the sail. Wow, we got him all right now still.
Yeah, thank God he made it. I mean, do you know whether or not it's any of our popular brands?
I don't know what they call. I don't know what they call Maggie. I don't know what they call it. Oh, that's him. That's like 27.
Yeah.
Yes, Jojo. That's what I'm looking after.
You
can imagine him. How rough it was.
He went through a lot.
Wow.
But God is good. He made it.
Jeez.
24 days?
24 days. Richie, I'm not like for the sea for like 12 hours or 20. I'm not even like for the sea too long. 12 minutes, 24 minutes. No. See. So imagine, and that's knowing that I can come back. So imagine how him feel.
Gosh.
Jeez.
Well, he's from Dominica, right?
Well, it's a Dominica native, he's from Dominica, yeah.
Well, listen, man, give thanks for life.
All the time.
Yeah, definitely so. So there is a set of awards that have made the rounds through the years. They're described basically as, I saw a description of them as like the second cousin to the Oscars.
Okay.
Yeah. And in fact, some persons actually call it the ugly cousin to the Oscars.
It's the opposite.
And these awards are given out annually, and they highlight what critics see as the worst films of the year.
Oh my goodness!
And the winners of the Razzies is what they're called.
Oh my!
Will be known on the day before the Oscars this year.
Oh, that's clever.
Which is on the 11th of March.
That's clever.
Now, there are some names that are making it as nominees for Razzies, spelled R-A-Z-Z-I-E, a biopic by Marilyn Monroe's Marilyn Monroe's life, Blonde.
Oh Lord, man, they mash up that one.
That has received the most nominations for this year's Razzies.
They massacre that one there.
8 nominations. Good Morning, spelled M-O-U-R-N-I-N-G, a comedy by rapper and singer Machine Gun Kelly, is just behind with 7 nods for the Razzies. And they have also given double Oscar winner Tom Hanks.
Not Tom.
Tom Hanks.
Not Tom.
Is getting 3 nominations this year.
Geez,
and one of that is for his performance in Elvis.
Elvis.
I watched Elvis.
Was he terrible in Elvis?
Yeah, he wasn't terrible, but the accent was terrible.
Yo, Tom, I kept telling him, yo, Tom Hanks.
Yeah, and so he has 3 nominations.
Yeah, man, it's
and
like
he's not the only big star that has had nominations through the years, though. Yeah, man, they've had some very, very popular actors and actresses that have received nominations. Let me just look and see what else comes up. So Tom Hanks' portrayal in the film of Colonel Tom Parker is nominated in the Razzies Worst Supporting Actor category, and yeah, boy, and he says while his latest latex-laden face and ludicrous accent, just like we thought, also feature in the Worst Couple category.
Yeah,
there are plenty of critically acclaimed actors who have won Razzies. These include Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, not Leonardo.
Eddie Redmayne.
Oh, not Eddie.
Ben Affleck has received,
I can understand that.
as well as Halle Berry and Sandra Bullock.
Sandra.
Yeah.
Not Sandra.
Even Sir Lawrence Olivier and Al Pacino.
Not Al.
Marlon Brando, as in the past, receive a Razzie. So Tom Hanks should not be too concerned.
Yeah, but you need to work on him accent. Then.
Yeah. Disney's live action remake of Pinocchio.
I tell you, remember
is recognized in six categories, including a 3rd nomination for Hanks in the worst actor category.
Richie, the man start out to talk Italian, and then by 12 minutes into the film talking American. I don't understand it.
So critics have been mixed reactions when it comes to The Guardian calling that movie Blonde a disaster of high proportion. So the Razzies are coming up and will all be known on the 11th of March this year.
Oscars.
And some big names might end up being winners on the ugly cousin to the Oscars.
Yeah.
And that will be dropped just the night before the Oscars. All right. That is Usain Bolt there.
Yeah, but that's our first.
And that is
slide
the
the
post
phone on the
that comes
table
out this morning, right?
30 minutes ago to be exact, from Usain's Instagram.
Okay.
And
what does it say?
It's a black and white photo of Usain looking quite serious, dead in the camera. And he's saying the real ones see through all the PR distractions. Hashtag focus.
Okay then.
And I think he's playing. I want to hear this. I'm gonna play a killer tune, you know. All right. I'm gonna play Look Into My Eyes.
Okay.
Tell me
then.
what you see.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You saying.
He's not being fooled.
You saying now I'm playing. Da-da-dee.
Better remove the wool. Can we hear from Usain now?
Why not? I think that's
so
perfect segue.
Usain speaks this morning on Top of the Bridge Up and Go.
Oh boy.
And he has some deep thoughts. And when you look at it, what he has had to go through to make his money, no one should deprive him of any, not even a red cent, much more billions. This is what Usain said recently. Check it out.
Oh, and then I'm do things like this, but then I want choir right now. 10 degrees. I run in, I want vest. I want shorts. Hot. About 1:30 now. People, stop bad mind people for them off. You don't know people have to work hard for it. Young youth just work hard and do nothing. Live on a life. Stop bad mind people. Stop it. Watch out. Watch out, choir. Look where me I shoot people. Stop bad mind people for them off. And make people live. You understand? Yo, and then I'm other things like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And I understand the part where I'm saying that normally do that. Like him not really show off what him do or show people like what I'm in the middle of doing, because I don't know that invite the negative energy, but him just feel like, yo, if I make gonna know say, yo, them thing I must show
work hard for what you
man.
want.
Work
He
hard, man.
worked hard.
Yeah,
like the other persons who have been scammed, but you know he's a public figure, he's well known, and we know what he has done. When he didn't want to train because he doesn't like training, he had to go on out there and train. That was filmed at about 1:30 in the morning. And it was cold, and he was just wearing him little with brick and him shots, and I'm out there shoot and I try eat some food.
Yeah.
And now what happens a few months later? 2 billion plus missing from the man's account, and nobody can say where it's gone. Listen, man, this is disturbing.
It's tough, Richie and Shelz. I actually saw something of one of the investors, 87 years
old.
What?
Can you imagine?
Yep.
Can you imagine? Yeah.
What?
It is something, and remember that the major international news entities have not yet picked up on the score big time.
Them are waiting.
It could cause a major fallout in our
waiting.
It can.
In our rating.
Big time.
So this needs to be solved. 10 years not gone yet. I actually said it on stage at Rebel Salute, you know.
So,
yeah, I never call Bolt.
Oh, 10
say,
days.
yo,
10 days.
the big man need to get back his money down.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, 10 days not gone yet still, but we can watch and see what
I haven't been counting. How many days gone? Him count weekends too? Our business days.
You
You know the thing go.
Like early this week.
Yeah, I don't know if we count business days tonight. Nobody never ask them loophole there.
Here's something that I want to say. If perchance you discover that all or a portion of that $2 billion is in an account held by you, return it.
Quick or fast.
Yeah. Don't make it stay there.
That no man.
Trouble did it.
Yes, sir.
All right, 8:42 a.m. That was an extension of
Update. Welcome, Julian Robinson. Welcome to Top of the Bridge Up and Go.
Morning, guys. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, man, it's our pleasure, man. It's our pleasure. Now, we mentioned it a bit in the intro, the reasoning behind the name, Julian Robinson. But talk us through the vibes behind it. Why did you go, why did you make that decision to call yourself Julian Robinson as a gospel artist?
I love that question. That name is actually my name. So that's my name on the bird paper.
Well, Julian Rumble is the name on the bird paper.
That's my name on the bird paper. Person would think that I made up that name and have a meaning to it, but it's actually a name from birth.
Oh, all right. So everything just work out then, and everybody born with a stage there with a tune.
Right.
No. So the vibe about being a Christian is one journey that has its difficulties already. But if you want, for persons who want to fuse Christianity and going into music? That's another challenge. What was that like for you?
Well, for me, where music is concerned, what I try to do is to tie it with the things that I have been through and just relate it back to how God has brought me through those situations. And you know that there are different genres, there are different styles of music out there, but for me, selecting gospel is really my testimony and my experience. So for that, it makes me and music, connected, and it makes it easy for me to write music because I have a source, and that's my source.
Respect.
So, Junior, you're doing gospel. That's a broad heading, but what type of songs can we expect from you, or are you putting out in the marketplace? How would you describe the kind of music that you're releasing?
Well, it's on the wide. I would put it on the wide era. Where music is concerned, I try not to limit myself because I know that the crowd is not limited. So I not only sing worship songs, but I also sing. I would go on a reggae beat. I would go on a calypso beat. I would even go on a dance song. So I am that versatile.
Respect. Now, Junior, I want to tell us, our lovely producer said that your delivery when it comes to putting out the message through your music, you have a different style. You have a tune out there right now named Party Over Here. Don't really expect that type of title from a gospel artist. Can you tell us a bit more about Party Over Here?
Well, for Party Over Here, it's just to show that there's still fun over the Jesus side, God side. We still can have fun just to see him. We have a different way where we have fun, and also expressing the reality of life. When we're dead today, we're gone. So we just have to give thanks for whatever we have in front of us and make the best of it.
Respect. All right, well, so we're gonna make the listeners here Party Over Here in a bit. But before you go, Junior, Rumble, where can persons find you and your music?
Well, persons can find me on all platforms. Spotify, Deezer, YouTube. That I try to put all my content there. Instagram, Facebook. All Junior Rumble. So you can find me there.
All right, respect, Junior Rumble. And I don't think I can intro your song as well as you can. So you can just do the honor of just introing your tune, Party Over Here, before you leave.
It's party over here for God, yeah. Contentment is the great game. We brought nothing here. And if we die tomorrow, the world remains the same. So if you can find food and your clothes upon your back, help me sing this song, a party time. Wave your hands and say, we're moving, we're dancing, we're keeping a party over here for Daddy. We're moving, we're dancing, we're keeping a party over here for Daddy.
That's right.
Thank you, Junior Rumble. Yeah, let's get ready to rumble. Party Over Here is the song we're playing from him this morning. Great talking with you. Have a good one and best wishes, bro.